Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, mop in hand and ready to squeegee up what's remains of this Advent troop column in XCOM, the Long War 2. And we're gonna need some serious squeegee for this guy, because he basically exploded into a cloud of blood, but you know what? I feel pretty good about this mission. The way it's gone so far, I feel pretty good. Yeah, it's not over yet, which probably means I'm going to wind up choking on these words like Mario Batali ate a piece of crab at an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. But still, I'm feeling pretty enthused. I know that Courtney Love is but a single hurled whiskey bottle away from turning triumph into tragedy, and O.J. Simpson's gloves this time are completely splattered with blood that does not belong to his wife. But still, we've been fighting uphill all the way on this one. To come this far with this light of a casualty count, I feel is pretty solid. I feel it's like one of those stories your grandparents used to tell you about how hard it was growing up back in the olden days, when they had to walk 18 miles to school every morning in 17 feet of snow over fields of crushed glass and busted concrete while the Russians shelled the town with mortars, and that it was uphill both ways on that way to school. Yeah. And yes, the Russians, because in my mind, your grandparents are Crimean War refugees, okay? Fine, it's my story. I'll imagine it however the hell I please. Also, your grandparents may have legitimately told you that, because those stories were all filthy lies anyway. They just went to school on the bus like everybody else. Don't let them fill your heads full of that shit. Those nasty scars on your grandpa's foot that he always pulls his socks off and tells you are from the barbed wire and glass that was littering the ground on that hike to school, that's bullshit. Those scars on your grandpa's foot, he got those when he got his foot caught in a riding mower because he was trying to ramp it over little Jimmy Fitzsimmons' pool. Don't buy his bullshit. Grandpa's a magnificent son of a bitch. Anyway, back to my original point. We've been fighting uphill on this one, and I'm pleased that we've come so far with casualties being so light. And I think with probably only one pod left on the map, we've found the downhill run on this one. Unlike your lion-ass grandpa on his trip to school, because that one was uphill both ways. Don't let anybody tell you any different. One thing we are going to do first, though, now we're going to get back to the action here. First thing I'm going to do is rectify a hideously ridiculous oversight on my part. And we're going to call for evac. Like, no, I don't want to turn on command radius. I want to call for evac, like, right now. We're going to get this started. I should have done this, like, 15 turns ago. We should be ready to evac immediately, and I could have Courtney Love, instead of remaining at risk here, be falling back into safety. So we're going to move Courtney Love over here. We're going to have her reload. We do still need to take out this turret, but a single bullet from pretty much anybody is going to be able to get that job done. And I have to assume that whatever pod is still on this map is coming our way. Charlie Sheen, go ahead and take this shot. 61% is not fantastic. There's a reason we had to go ahead and take it, because it's not fantastic, but it doesn't have to be fantastic. It just has to be good enough. There's still an enemy turret out. Okay, yeah. Forgot you were there. Okay. Well, OJ took care of that. What we should have done is had that turret take care of its friend, and then we could have put OJ on Overwatch. But again, did I not just mention the punishing stupidity? Was that something I failed to mention? Pretty sure I mentioned the stupidity. So, Matthew Broderick, I really want you to fall back, actually, Matt. I'm assuming that in addition to this pod, there is at least one more pod somewhere on this map. OJ's going to reload. I have no idea when our mind control on this turret is going to end or what's going to happen when it does end. Let's see if we can just get the 2 damage. There. Nope. Well, part of it. Yeah, that armor's really making a nuisance out of itself, isn't it? Winona Ryder, we're going to have you reload and go ahead and take the shot. 57%. Okay, there it is. We got it. And definitely there's another pod left somewhere on the battlefield because we do not have end of mission. So my goal then, we've made an absolute metric truckload of noise, all of the noise in the universe. So whatever pod remains on this map at this point should be trying to collapse back in on us. And what we're going to do, let it. We're just going to let it happen. We're going to fall back under a big blob of Overwatch, and whatever pod is left on this map, we're letting it come to us. Honestly, Courtney Love, I really don't want you in the evac zone unless I accidentally evac you. And you could potentially have some strategic value on the mission as well. Chuck, go ahead and read. And this is it. This is going to be the rest of the mission. We're just going to wait for whatever's coming to get on the little happy asses on over here. We're going to fall back, put everybody in full cover, or at least the best proximity of full cover we can get.
Let's do this.
Which in this case puts Winona Ryder in the evac zone. I probably won't accidentally evac her. I'm not saying I definitely won't, but I probably won't.
Got it covered.
Rest of the team's just going to overwatch and wait and see what happens. Okay, well, they came at us from a bad quarter. Started things off nice, though, Charlie Sheen. And this episode might wind up being really short if this is the last pod on the map. We may have cut this one a little. It's always difficult to know where to cut episodes. Sometimes you get ones that are a little shorter than you like. Okay, some solid work there. Give me one kill. What the hell is this, though? So that guy Scamper panicked us? Well, that feels like some significant levels of bullshit. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest. All right, Matthew Broderick, what can you flesh? Well, either of the sectoids. Actually, specifically one of the sectoids, and that's it, huh? All right, well, we're actually not in an overall great... Man, I knew I was going to wind up eating my own words, and sure enough. So we would have a flank shot from here. It was just going to be... It's going to be a real low percentage because Winona Ryder has an SMG, and that's kind of a long shot. Can we get some full cover here? We can. This is full cover. Charlie Sheen, please tell me you have hail bullets back. God damn it, it's one turn short. Okay. Well, you know what? We could still do some good work here. So Charlie Sheen has been remarkably useful. This little rapid deployment flashbang shit he's got going. This is some solid shit right here. Look at this. He's going to come up here, flashbang everybody, and still have an opportunity to do something this turn. Probably he's going to do area suppression on those sectoids, in all likelihood. I would really love to get more out of Matthew Broderick, but I don't think that's in the cards. Can we get anything out of you, OJ? Maybe some Overwatch? It's not a great plan, but it's not a plan that I despise. Hallie Speed Bump Barry, we're going to get you over here to this full cover, and we should be able to kill one of those sectoids. We could okay, we can definitely kill one. We could also put some damage on our little snake friend over here. I don't think this grenade is likely to destroy that man's rock. We can definitely kill one of the sectoids, though. Let's hold off on that and see what everybody else is going to be able to do. Courtney Love has a run and gun available, but having Courtney use that run and gun is tantamount to suicide. We're going to need her closer. This is really risky, and I hate doing it. She's going to hunker down. That Viper is flashbanged, right? Yes, okay. I got to make sure he can't use abilities at the end of this turn. Must not be able to use abilities. Very key here. Matthew McConaughey is completely dick, though. He's standing out in the open. He's currently flanked, and there's not much he's going to be able to give us. Winona Ryder, I think we're going to bring you over here to this full cover. You should have a shot. It's just not going to be a great one. 42% on the flank. I think we might be better off to just Overwatch with you. That leaves us Halle Berry. You know what? We take the kill with Halle Berry's grenade. We only got to get 2 damage out of this, which is the minimum. As long as we don't scatter this more than 1 tile, we should be okay. Give me the boom boom, Halle Berry. Oh, yeah, a lot of people tell Halle Berry to give him the boom boom. Then she hits him with her car. You might think, give me the boom boom, Halle Berry sounds vaguely sexual, but you won't be laughing about it when she runs over you with a SUV. You'll be like, oh, this is not what I meant at all, Halle Berry. I didn't mean for you to come run me down. That's not cool, bro. So what are we going to do with Matthew hit and run Broderick? We need him closer. Okay. We're just going to reposition Broderick. We pulled him too far back. OJ, you got a bad shot. I think we just have you Overwatch. Winona Ryder, I'm going to have you Overwatch as well. And that leaves us old Chuck Sheen here. What do we want to do with Charlie? You get a bad shot at that sectoid, but you know what? No, I don't want the sectoid. I want to suppress the Sidewinder because those guys have a crippling aim. I don't want anybody else getting hit. He's now flashbanged and suppressed. If he's a Sidewinder, he may have lightning reflexes, so now that I think about it, he might just be able to walk away from it. They took a shot at Halle Berry. Beleaguered, she managed to stay strong thanks to her full cover. Maddie Mac is no longer panicked. 1 turn to evac. This may be the time when we need to Oscar Mike. First off, let's see exactly how far Matthew Broderick can run. Can he kill the Viper? He can get to the Viper, he can be in full cover, and he's got a really strong chance. He doesn't have that strong of a chance of getting the kill unless he criticals, which ain't that likely. Let's see if we can soften that target up a little bit before we fully commit. OJ, you can't even see him. Halle Berry could definitely soften him up a little bit. Also, you know what, Winona Ryder? You could probably get a flanker, right? Yeah, Winona Ryder with the flank, 52%. It ain't good, but it ain't getting any better. Winona with the surprise shot. That opens the door then. Okay, well, this mission is over then, because that opens the door for our boy, Matty Mac. None of you guys are on Overwatch? Nope. All right. And Courtney Love's going to get a little freaking payback here. You want to hurl whiskey bottles at Courtney Love? She's got a microphone stand, and she ain't fucking afraid to use it. She will bash you out of skull with a mic stand.
Who's keeping score?
Yeah, that's right. You better be keeping score when I'm in town, because I will fuck you up. We could Hail of Bullets this guy for the kill, but if we're going to give experience to somebody, I would much rather that somebody be Matthew Hit and Run Broderick than Charlie, I only go on ambush mission Sheen. Gunners really... I'm not going to say they're bad, because objectively as a class, they're okay. The problem with Gunners is you can't really take them on every mission. They're very niche. Got ourselves an Illyrium core. Is that it? Okay, area secured. That's what I wanted to see, Bradford. Things a little bit short on this mission, but that's fine. We'll do, you know, 2 wounded soldiers is not fantastic, but we got 17 kills, and all of this goodness is coming back to base with us. This is an enemy materials mission. We're going to pick up a truckload of corpses. We set a new record for average cover bonus. That really pleases me. Average cover bonus as a new record is good. We did catch... Did we get lucky on our last mission, or did we prosecute it well? I think it was a combination of the two. The shot O.J. Simpson had with the both barrels, that one shot killed that Viper, was a big stroke of good luck, but also the fact that that pod got spawned in the first place was at least an equal stroke of ill luck. So it was probably a wash. All things considered, it came out in the wash, just like the blood on those gloves, right, OJ? Well, probably not, because you're the one putting the blood in these. You can just throw them away. You don't actually have to worry about, like, the cops finding them, DNA tests, and be like, this ain't your blood juice. Oh, dog, you done caught me. This is Nicole's blood. Oh, you're fucking going to jail, OJ. Then he had to spit on the gloves and be like, of course, the DNA on it. Just spit from my spittle. It's tainted evidence. Mark Furman. I'm being profiled. Promotions, though. That's always good. O.J. Simpson is going to be down for 20 days. That is not good. I really like cool under fire here. Covering fire. Yep, it's good. Center mass is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. It's excellent. It's a fantastic ability. That bonus damage lets the ranger really rack it up. But 10 aim and the ability to critical... 10 aim on Overwatch shots is really good, and some of the Overwatch abilities that we're going to unlock later are fantastic. Aggression is actually already pretty good, or also pretty good. I'm going to go with cool under pressure here. We have been doing a lot of Overwatching with OJ. A lot. Charlie ballpoint, Sheen picking one up. He got flush shot, which is interesting. What's Iron Curtain? Iron Curtain, yeah, go ahead and scroll. I mean, I know what Flush Shot does. Demolition is the worst ability in the game. It should not even be on a tree. Special Shot that does half damage but reduces target mobility for the following 2 turns. It's a cone-based attack with your primary weapon. Intriguing. Half damage cone are the 2 words that stick out in Perfidious Pete's brain, and Perfidious Pete likes half damage cone. Demolition is straight up trash, by the way. It's just this is the worst ability in the game. 2 ammo with a 4-turn cooldown does increased environmental damage and will destroy most cover objects. Demolition wouldn't destroy most cover objects in base vanilla Deuce. It is the worst ability of all time. Unless they fixed it, it's still hot trash. Flush is intriguing, but we've got other ways we can do that. Plus 20 bonus to aim. It only gets plus 20 aim and it can't crit or plot. No, well, that's garbage then. All that does is make some... Now, you know what? We're taking Iron Curtain. How big is the cone? Does it say? Have -5 mobility to enemy for 2 turns. Both of those things I really like. 3 turn cooldown, 3 ammo, can be used after moving, does not work with shotguns or sniper rifles. Allies in the cone can be hit by this ability. It doesn't say how big the cone is. You know what? Half damage in cone, good enough for Perfidious Pete. I'm taking it. Courtney, love picking up a little bit of ability here. Killer Instinct is real good. Stun Gunner is intriguing, bonus to hit. Although we have no other arc thrower abilities, so it seems like probably a bad choice. Fortify is intriguing. You know what? I think I would be inclined to take Fortify over Killer Instinct if it just had a shorter cooldown. Give it a 3-turn cooldown, and I think I would probably take it over Killer Instinct every time. Plus 20 defense is a big damn deal. It doesn't cost an action. If you could give me an extra 20 defense that I could run into a vulnerable position, fortify, and then hunker down, I would do that. With a 5-turn cooldown, though, that means effectively once per mission. Once per mission. It's just, no, it's not worth it. Killer Instinct is better. Every time we activate Run and Gun, which also has a really long cooldown, but still, we're going to use Run and Gun every mission. We're not always going to need a Fortify. And well, you're just going to be a sapper then, Winona Ryder. Like, no two ways about that. Your ability pick is very easy. And Hallie Speed Bump Berry, despite going on 5 missions, having 2 kills, did not pick up a promotion. All things considered, though, that one went better than we really had any right to. I feel really good about it. You and your lying grandpa, he's like, oh, my feet all uphill both ways. See this scar, little Jimmy? Yeah, that's where I got it, back in the war. Crimean War. It'd be like, Grandpa, in the Crimean War, you weren't even born yet. It was like 60 years before you were born. No, I was alive, Jimmy. Back in the Crimean, yeah. This is where the Russian mortar tore half my foot off. How come it's very blade shaped and regularly sliced, Grandpa? It looks like you stuck it in a propeller or something. No, definitely didn't get it ramping Momoa over Jimmy Fitzsimmons' pool. How come my name's Jimmy and Jimmy Fitzsimmons are the same? Because he's your namesake, kid. That's why he saved my life after that Moa almost cut my foot off. I told him I'd name my first kid after it. I'm not your son, Grandpa. Yeah, okay, the story's falling apart. Now I'm bailing out on it. We also picked up an advanced hair trigger. 10 bonus aim on reaction fire shots. That's amazing, actually. You know what? Advanced hair trigger is better. This is the first weapon mod that we have seen that is better than the original game mod. In the original game mod, this would have given us a 10% chance for a free shot. I would rather have 10 bonus aim on reaction fire shots. I sincerely would. We put that on our rangers with cool under pressure. They're going to be more accurate on Overwatch than they are just shooting. Also picked up an Illyrium core, which is fantastic. 1 Advent Officer Corps, but more importantly, 2 Troopers, 2 Vipers, 3 Sectoids, a Drone Wreck, a Turret, which is interesting, 6 Alloys, 6 Illyrium Crystals, and 30 Supplies, which we're going to turn into a shotgun right now. Disassemble Turret Wreck, okay. No research for the turret? Interesting.
Commander?
Yeah, it's, we're going to go build items here, Lily Shin, and you're going to be building me a scatter ray, like, immediately. Thank you. Yeah, I need more of the shotgun. Laser pistol? No, we don't even equip regular pistols for anyone. Why would I waste materials building a pistol I'm never going to use? That laser shotgun, though, yeah, that's real useful. We really need to get
a simulator for Bradford to practice on. If he crashes this ship, I might just hand him over to Advent myself.
Well, odds are strong, Lily. If he crashes this ship, you're not going to be handing shit to anybody because you're going to be dead. If he crashes this ship, we're all screwed. I mean, for worse, even if you survive the crash, you know Advent's going to come investigate the crash site, and they're just going to mop up the few stragglers that managed to limp out of the burning wreck. Why would it be burning, Pete? This ship doesn't have jet fuel, and it appears to be plasma-powered. That's true, but the wreck's still going to be on fire because John Bradford's bathtub gin is going to explode when the Avenger crashes, and that's going to start a huge out-of-control bonfire. Stiletto rounds, bonus damage to non-robots. That's intriguing. We really got to get ourselves some more engineers, though, because I want chameleon suits. Oh, can we do chameleon suits if we just have the supplies? We can. I wonder if building one gets us a prototype. Scopes. This allows us to manufacture scopes, which is intriguing, but I'm not sure I'm ever going to do any of this research. Stocks, high-capacity magazines, hair triggers, autoloaders, and suppressors. If I was going to do one, suppressors would probably be it. Talon rounds do bonus damage. I mean, it's okay. Talon rounds in this... Oh, wait. Fracture... No, never mind. Talon rounds are still garbage. Stiletto rounds are intriguing, but we don't have enough engineers to do it. We need a third. Alloy plating head. I really want the chameleon suit. I think some of our resources got to go towards a chameleon suit. Also, though, we need to start the Proving Ground project that will begin once we can complete. We are doing the officer autopsy, right? We are. Deadeye training in 4 days. We need to hit the black market, and I think let's go ahead and do that. I want to go hit the black market now. We just picked up a bunch of stuff that we don't necessarily have an immediate use for. I'm aware that my supply drop is available. We got 99 supplies. Okay, let's go do that. We didn't get them. We'll pick up our supplies, then I'm gonna swing by the black market, and we'll probably wrap this episode up. Just take 1 day here. We do have an infiltration currently underway as well. That'll be where we kick off next episode. I don't care about new staff. We can't afford staff. What are you, insane? Come on. New staff, like that's a thing we can pay for? Our payroll budget is already minuscule, and that's one other thing I want to do now that we've got these supplies as well. We're going to be spending a little cash here. This is real tempting. They're very... Okay, well, you know what? If you're very interested in sectoid corpses, you can have, like, half of what I got. You cannot have my laser cannon, though. None of the rest of this stuff I want to sell because they are not very interested in it. If they were very interested in anything we can afford to spare, man, I'm tempted to go one more sectoid. You know what? I don't think we've done a sectoid... Oh, we have done a sectoid autopsy. You know what? We have no use for this. Take him. Take another one. Leave me with 2. I'm taking your 80 credits. And I'm thankful to have gotten it. Then let's head back here. And now it's time to spend those credits. And one of the things we're going to be spending those credits on, we're going to try and get some soldiers. We have a couple people here who are just waiting. And I have a plan. And my only plan, I don't care what these rookies are good at, what they can do. I don't give a single shit about what they got going on. The only thing I care about is that they are fast. All I want is speedy rookies. Although Stefan Becker with his 67 aim is pretty tempting. His defense is garbage. 7 health, though? This guy is an unstoppable truck man. 7 health is a ton. Lefevre has... you know what? Okay, so Schaefer, you're fast. You're recruited. 10 supplies. Becker? No. Castro, you're fast. You're recruited. 10 supplies. Caleb Johnson has 66 aim. A 6 defense, but only 4 health. I would way rather have the health than the defense. -9 on defense, so it's just atrocious. It's a good thing you got all the health, Becker. I got a feeling you're going to need it, but you know what? I'm taking you anyway, because you're going to be almost unkillable. These other 2 guys, Caleb Gibson, he's mediocre. That if we get some other extra supplies, we might spend them on Gibson. Sebastian Lefevre, you're a trash. 55 aim, a negative defense with only 5 health. What the shit are you good for? You have an 8 hacking. Whoopee. And you have a huge dodge. I don't give a shit about your dodge rating. None whatsoever. You're useless as a trooper because you couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat. You couldn't hit the ocean if you fell off of the cliffs of Dover. You couldn't hit the ground if you fell out of a Zeppelin. You couldn't hit Led Zeppelin if you fell off of the top of their tour bus. You're that bad. So that's taken care of. Let's go do a little more shopping here. I'm splurging on some supplies, but Proving Ground, choose a project. I want chameleon suits. I think 1 faceless corpse, 30 supplies, and 1 of our 2 Illyrium cores. This is useful. We begin that. That's going to take 18 friggin' days. Holy shit pickles, that's a long time. But hey, this is the Long War. They don't call it the Long War for no reason. Anything else we want to buy? Probably some weapons, and there are a couple other things we want to do. Our new recruits. Why did you recruit people, Pete? Well, I have a very particular reason. I recruited rookies. I recruited them specifically for one reason. Sarah Schaefer. Wait, I can't. You were the fast guy, right? Who was the shitty one? Stefan Broker? Okay, now hold on a minute. Now I gotta go look. I mean, these guys are clearly just, they're in character right now. They're trying to remain method, and we understand and acknowledge this. So Schaefer and Castro are my speed rookies. Excellent. Okay. Here's what Schaefer and Castro are going to do. By the way, Schaefer and Castro sounds like a really good buddy cop team. Schaefer and Castro. They're the new Crockett and Tubbs. I got kind of a Miami Vice sort of feel. One of them is named Castro, so the show's definitely set in Miami. Maybe, you know what? They're not cops. Schaefer and Castro are undercover, deep cover DEA operatives. That's what it is. Undercover DEA operatives, Schaefer and Castro. Fridays this fall, NBC. Schaefer and Castro are shaking up the drug world. They're gonna bring down El Chapo. Fridays, NBC. What are we doing? We're training them both as shinobis, because my ultimate goal is to have what I think would be the perfect team for any sort of mission that doesn't involve fighting, and that is really just all shinobis. Just a bunch of ghost-walking shinobis. That's all I want, really. All I want. Bonus infiltration time, all of the stealth abilities, and sneak through every mission. Tom Sizemore has inspired me, and I also think it's pretty clear that shinobis are really objectively like the best class in the game. I want to capitalize on it. But that's going to have to happen in another episode because I'm wrapping this one up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more XCOM, The Long War 2, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. And go, give your lion grandpa a hug. Sure, he told you some fibs about the uphills both ways to school thing, but he just wanted you to know that you're going to have a hard life and that it sucks and you should probably consider investing in a helmet. He meant well, even if he was yanking your leg a little bit. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.